Good morning to everyone. I am Dr. Sumi MS. The name of the course is Satellite Communication, and today's lecture topic is Communication Payload and Supporting Subsystems, Telemetry Tracking and Command from Unit 2 Space Segment. On completion, the students will be able to describe about communication payloads and supporting subsystems, understand the several routine communication functions that are performed by telemetry tracking and command subsystem in the spacecraft, and also describe about the telemetry tracking and command subsystem. Communications payload and supporting subsystems. The communication payload refers to the equipment or the scientific instrument carried by the satellites to perform the function for which the satellite has been launched. Supporting subsystems. These are carried along with the communication payloads by the space vehicle or bus. The supporting subsystems include structure, primary power, attitude control, thermal control, telemetry tracking and command, propulsion, transponders, and antennas. Structure. The structure supports the spacecraft during launch and in the orbital environment. Primary power subsystem. It supplies electrical power to all the devices and equipments in the spacecraft. Attitude control subsystem. This keeps the antennas pointed at correct Earth locations and solar cells pointed at the Sun. Thermal control subsystem. It maintains suitable temperature ranges for all subsystems during life, operating and non-operating stages, and in and out of the eclipse periods. Telemetry tracking and command subsystem. This subsystem monitors spacecraft status, orbital parameters, and also controls the spacecraft operation. Propulsion subsystem. The purpose of the propulsion subsystem is to maintain orbital position, major attitude control corrections, orbital changes, and initial orbital deployment. Communications transponders and antennas. These receive, amplify, process, and retransmit signals and also capture and radiate signals. Telemetry tracking and command, TT&C. TT&C stands for telemetry tracking and command. Several routine communications functions are performed by TT&C subsystem in the spacecraft. The given diagram represents the blocks involved in the telemetry tracking and command subsystem. Telemetry. Telemetering function can be known as a measurement at a distance. The satellite condition must be known on the ground at all times. Here, some hundreds of points around the spacecraft are selected, and quantities such as voltages, currents, temperatures, pressures, and the status of switches and solenoids are measured. Telemetry data. This includes the attitude information, environmental information, spacecraft information such as temperatures, power supply voltages, and stored fuel pressure. Telemetry and command. Telemetry subsystem transmits information about the satellite to the Earth station. Command subsystem receives the command signals from the Earth station. Then it demodulates and decodes the signals. Telemetry and command are complementary functions. The important functions performed by telemetry and command are attitude changes, switching on and off the communication transponders, antenna redirection, enabling station keeping maneuvers. Encryption of commands. Encrypt means to hide. This is from the Greek word krypton. To avoid reception of unauthorized commands, the signals are being encrypted. This is different from the encoding process. Tracking. Tracking is very important. This is because various disturbing forces may change the position of a geostationary satellite. Therefore, satellite's movement is tracked and correction signals are being applied. This is done by sending beacon signals, that is, guide signals from the satellite to the telemetry tracking and command Earth stations. Quiz questions on communication payload and support systems and telemetry tracking and command. What do you mean by communication payload? List the different supporting subsystems. Give a note on telemetry tracking and command subsystems. List the important functions performed by telemetry and command. Thank you.